This is arguably Android's best premium tablet, and its price is almost half of its competition. Let's take a closer look at it. We're officially at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much. But more on this towards the second half of this video. First, let's dive into our very first tablet review. Now that was a little spooky. Anyways, continue with the review. There has never been a better time for media consumption. And 2 years ago, I thought this 12-inch LCD tablet was awesome, but it soon started to collect dust. And today, I still think tablets are in an awkward position because they will not replace your PCs and your phones yet. But if you're a tablet person, and if you enjoy consuming media, working, or creativity using a tablet, I think we have a winner for the best Android best Android tablet in the market today. After putting everything into consideration, including the price, the hardware, the screen, the battery, and the accessories, the Xiaomi Pad 7 Ultra has a gigantic 14-inch OLED screen, a large 12,000 mAh battery, and a top-tier X-Ring 01 chipset, which in many ways is on par with the best of Dimensity and Snapdragon. And the best part, it costs around $700, which is over 40% cheaper than its competition. And the last time I was this amazed by a tablet was the very first iPad years ago.
Show it to you today for the first time, and we call it the iPad.
And if we look at the hardware, I think the only product that is comparable in the market today is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra. I don't have it because I couldn't afford it. And software-wise, I'm sure the One UI has many advantages over the HyperOS. The Xiaomi tablet software still have a lot of room for improvement. For example, the split screen feature, when used vertically, is only able to split left and right. You'd think top and bottom would make more sense. Now, regrettably, the glass protecting the front of this very gorgeous display is not Xiaomi's own proprietary shield glass, which they had for the 15 Ultra. And I can attest to its quality as I dropped this phone all the time, and it's still as good as new. However, for the Pad 7 Ultra, it uses Gorilla Glass 5, which is a mid-tier Gorilla Glass. Now, why didn't they use their own proprietary shield glass? My thinking is because they have not designed the 14 version of it yet. But still, a mid-range protection can be concerning. And I have always used this keyboard, this tablet with its keyboard cover, and have never dropped it. So let's test it out for science. No, I'm too broke for this. For that kind of content, you should go to Jerry's. Hey everyone, Editor here. As I'm editing the video, I realized Samsung has this really good deal going on for the tablet S10 Ultra. I'm not sure if this is just for the US, but on Samsung.us and Best Buy, it is going for $850. So that is around a $350 discount. So it's a really good deal. So wherever you are, check out your Samsung websites. Because for the Xiaomi Tablet Ultra, you will either have to go to China, like I did, or import it. So there are caveats. But knowing Xiaomi, they made it up with some of the best-in-class hardware. So aside from an OLED screen that is 5% smaller than the Samsung, it beats its competition in almost every single other category. First, it is 5% thinner, it's 15% lighter, it has twice the amount of speakers, a bigger screen-to-body ratio, a larger battery, significantly faster charging, it is 40% cheaper, and I think the biggest difference by far is the 3nm X-Ring 01 chip compared to the Dimensity 4nm chip that Samsung uses. So overall battery consumption, power, and performance is going to be quite a bit better on the Xiaomi. And some of you might have recently heard that the OnePlus Pad 3 is the best Android tablet.
Is the newest and latest and greatest best Android tablet that I have used.
That is because they have not tested this tablet yet. Because if they have...
A few days ago, I called the OnePlus Pad 3 the best Android tablet. I guess now I have to say OnePlus has already lost the title. Is the Xiaomi Pad 7 Ultra is better.
And to put everything into perspective, here are the best tablets that Android has to offer. Going forward, I plan to increase my tablet usage to attempt to ignite the inner artist in me and be around other parts of the house to watch my favorite anime instead of sitting all the time in the office, and to be more remote while working. For those of you that has the opportunity, I highly recommend you trying out this tablet hands-on. The immediate wow factor can get very real. So all in all, the Xiaomi Pad 7 Ultra is a monster for gaming and media consumption. Beautiful 40-inch OLED screen with 92% screen-to-body ratio. It is also super thin and at only 5mm and 600 grams. Also at a price that hopefully will not break the bank. And the feature I'm usually most excited about, the camera. There is actually nothing to talk about aside from a functional front-facing camera. Also, please just don't take photos using this thing. It's not worth it. But if you're interested to know which phone has the best camera, check out my previous video where I compared the best of the best in the market today. And I'm also taking the the Oppo Find X8 Ultra and a couple of other devices on a trip to Vancouver with me to watch the League of Legends mid-season invitational.
I want you to give it the stacks for Boston. 59, 60 stacks now on the center. The average center stack.
So subscribe to the channel for future videos and consider giving this video a like. Thank you for staying, and thanks to over 1,000 of you for subscribing to the channel. This year has been very difficult for me, 2025. My best friend of 13 years passed away and I turned 40. Those, along with a very stressful daytime job, led me to wanting to do something different. Something that I've always wanted to do. So I uploaded my very first video on February 1st, which is horrible now that I rewatched it, as I tried to imitate that YouTuber vibe, which I ultimately felt was not the thing for me. So here we are after 6 months. I'd like to thank every single one of you for your support. A shout out to Sina for your kind words and for always supporting my videos. To FL for all your very kind encouragements. To my TechTuber senpai, ATech, for always commenting and supporting the channel. And yeah, this is pretty cheesy, but I actually have a folder where I keep all your feedback that I use to encourage myself whenever I'm stuck. So thank you again so much. Please continue to give me feedback as I continue to improve my contents. As a token of my appreciation, I'd like to do a very small giveaway. First, a Xiaomi photo printer along with 50 negatives. So you can connect this to your phones and print out mini Polaroids. Second, Google Pixel Watch 2 that I have barely used, along with the charger. And finally, a limited edition Android figurine, Android robot. All you need to do is leave a comment down below and consider subscribing to the channel if you like my videos, and if you do, give it a like. I will be announcing the winners in 2 to 3 weeks time in a community post and also in my next video. The first winner will get to choose 1 out of the 3. The second will choose next. And the third will get whatever that is left. So, and feel free to respond to me via comments or ping me on my Instagram linked below. To wrap up, there are so many products but so little time. Like I have not had any time for the Vivo X200 Pro, the OnePlus 13, the Honor Magic 7 Pro, Honor Magic V3, the Galaxy S7, S25 Ultra, the Xiaomi Flip, and the list goes on. And there are at least 4 unreleased phones that I haven't had the time to test yet. I don't want to review less exciting products in depth as the creation process isn't fun, but I might share some very short 2 to 3 minute videos to share some of these phones and products highlights, similar to the Poco F7 Ultra video that I had, but in a more interesting and improved way. So let me know what you guys think. And as always, thank you so much for watching and for spending time with my video. I'll see you guys in the next one.